Recording in progress.
You know what? I probably shouldn't have pressed record because I just realized this is about to be mean. I'll cut this out. But I had to get away from a conversation a while back from a guy our age who like kind of we started talking about movies or whatever. I don't remember how we got onto Pixar stuff, but he started like going in on all the Pixar, like how they're all connected and this whole thing and they all take place in the same universe. And he was like almost like not like conspiracy theory, but yeah, it was like conspiracy theory type of like, you know how you talk to a conspiracy theory guy and they won't let you leave.
Yeah, they want to keep you there.
They want to keep you there. They
want to turn you over.
They have all these examples about shit you've never heard of, and you just have to like believe them.
Yeah,
He could, but also I don't watch Pixar movies. Again, nothing like I said a few minutes ago, off mic. Nothing against them. I just don't watch kids movies. I don't watch cartoons, or animation stuff. Except for I watch Family Guy. It's the only cartoon I watch. But or the only type of. But anyway, he was like going on and on. It's like, did you know that Toy Story 3 is in the same universe as Cars? And I was like, dude, I didn't know there was a Toy Story 3. Like, that's how I'm not
missing out.
I'm not the guy to be talking to, because like he's like, you know how all the cars come to life whenever people aren't around? I was like, I didn't know that was what happened. I thought they were just always alive. I don't know. I just don't. I'm completely out of the loop. So I don't.
Okay. It's okay.
But he's a friend of mine, so maybe I shouldn't say on the podcast that I didn't enjoy that. We've had thousands of conversations, and he's very fun to talk to. This is the only one I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
And I felt trapped because I couldn't express that.
I felt trapped. I felt attacked.
I didn't feel
did
attacked.
not know what to expect.
I didn't feel attacked, but I didn't want to be like, dude, I'm way too old to even understand any of this. In parentheses, and so are you. I didn't want to do that because, again, he's a friend of mine, and that's mean.
Yeah,
but I had no way to like extricate myself from the conversation. That's like I have nothing. I got no idea what's going on. I've got nothing to do with it.
You're good.
But for that reason, we shouldn't talk about whatever movie you're talking about the little girl.
Okay, fair.
I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I'm sure it's great. I don't know what people could possibly be complaining about. There are.
I'd like to know.
I don't want to know. I know why people complain. People complain because everybody sucks. It's not like
People suck.
yeah. People just can't. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure kids will really enjoy it. If there's a lesson to be had, I'm sure it's done well, and the kids will learn it. That's all great. But I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't think we need to do an episode on it.
Huh?
Two guys in their 30s talking about a cartoon wherein a little girl experiences the puberty. I don't think anybody's looking for our take on it.
Fair point.
I hope the target audience gets whatever message out of it. I'm sure it's fine.
What if there's kids that are looking for adults' point of views about the movie, though, and they're like, let me just YouTube this real quick, and then we pop up.
I swear.
And then we start a whole.
I don't know if that's happening, but I'm a teacher. I teach little kids all the time. I'm a music teacher. I teach piano and drums. If you're a child, if you're a kid, and you've stumbled upon my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, to us talking about movies, if you have any questions about what's going on in your life, please ask your parents or a trusted guardian or even a teacher. That's a last resort. Ask your parents first or a sibling. Ask somebody in your life that cares about you. Do not ask the two guys on this screen. We don't know you. I don't know your,
situation.
Yeah, I don't know what your family. I don't want to say anything that would upset your family. I certainly don't know the answer anyways. Turn this off if you're a kid. This isn't.
Leave immediately.
Yeah, leave
Unsubscribe.
right now.
Get the fuck out.
Please, your family cares about you. Unless your dad is a Ghostbuster. Egon doesn't care about you if you're his family, but everybody else, I guarantee your parents are the people to ask.
I went to Target yesterday, 2 days ago, and they had Egon in toy form, but ghost form. And I was like, wow, this exists. And it says the family that busts Ghostbusters. Cool, because it had the daughter or the granddaughter right next to it. I was like, what the fuck?
It had the family that ghost busts, stays together? That's clearly not what happened.
Not the case. Not the case.
Quite literally not what happened it's the entire premise of the film is that that's not what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But
maybe you should have done less ghost busting and more taking your daughter to ballet, asshole. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's all been covered on our previous Ghostbusters is coming out next week, I think.
Okay, cool.
So this will all be covered then. Welcome to Let's Get Trashed, everybody. I don't know if we'll have any of that previous conversation. I might cut that all out.
That's fine. You do what you need.
It's not necessary.
It didn't improve the current conversation.
Definitely wasn't artfully done or elegantly.
I like how you're like, I need to record this. I was like, all right, bro. And then you did. I was like,
I thought it was going to be funny.
It was just mean.
Yeah. Well, that is what funny is. That is funny. But yeah, I thought it was going to be funny, and then I realized, oh wait, this is a real person I'm saying this about. So never mind.
Learning lessons.
That's why I prefer to, if I'm saying anything negative at all, I prefer to say it about corporations. Because nobody can blame me, and they're definitely way more evil than
I could ever be.
Than a person I had a boring conversation with one time. So
that's fair.
Usually my vitriol is reserved for Disney. Although, in a roundabout way, technically, Disney made this film that we're talking about today, The French Dispatch.
Did they really?
It's a technicality. Because it's made by Searchlight, which used to be Fox Searchlight. Back when Fox existed. Disney bought Fox Entertainment and therefore owns everything.
They own Family Guy.
Yeah, I know. They own The Simpsons.
They took Family Guy off of the Zoom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Because that's Viacom.
That's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so, again, the fact that Disney owns The Simpsons is wild. But anyway, so now they own Fox Searchlight. They got rid of the name and changed it to just Searchlight. And Searchlight makes good films, and including The French Dispatch, and plenty of other stuff. That's very good.
It's very good.
Searchlight is a good studio. I don't think Disney. I think this movie might have been, I think this might have been in pre-production before Disney even bought Fox.
Maybe.
But nevertheless, I promised I would go at least one episode without trashing Disney. And
just one?
Instead, at least one. I don't want to do this every week, but I found one.
But I'm going to.
I have 1 week where not only am I not trashing Disney, I am praising them for acquiring a good film studio that puts out good movies. I'm sure the folks at Disney, they definitely cared about the artistic integrity of the studios they purchased, and it wasn't just a big cash grab to fucking destroy the ecosystem of film in Hollywood. Nevertheless, welcome to Let's Get Trashed.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually having a drink today. How about that?
Oh, wow. Already.
It's 1 o'clock for me.
Oh, that's fair.
And I've got a whole long day of South by Southwest.
How's that going, man?
I don't know. I have not gone. I've gone one time Monday morning to pick up my wristband.
Nice.
And then I haven't gone back since.
Oh, shit. Do you have just music, or is it music and movies?
My wristband, as an artist, gets me into all music stuff. And then it gets me, like, standby into other stuff. I could have gone to some movies. I thought about it. I looked at some movies.
Should have.
I know, but going downtown, I was just stressing me out. I did a bunch of other stuff yesterday that was like really rewarding and relaxing and stuff. So not relaxing.
Do what you feel.
I did a lot of projects. I did want to go see X. That's the movie I wanted to see.
Oh, is that A24?
Yeah, that's the Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi
and someone else.
That girl's name. Yeah.
Which Kid Cudi was DJ Cello, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
that is
from
him. Okay,
yeah.
Don't Look Up. Okay, yeah.
But
that's when that's the first time I ever heard of him, and he was very funny on that. He only was in it for a few seconds, but he was very funny.
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess
I enjoyed it.
He's a musician of some
Correct.
some
yeah.
kind.
He's a really good musician.
Okay.
Really, really good.
What genre?
I guess rap technically.
Okay, so he's a rapper, but he's making the transition to doing movies and stuff.
Yeah, and also shows. He was in Westworld.
Really?
Yeah.
What season?
The last season.
Who was he?
It was I don't know if spoilers, but he's the friend that Jesse Pinkman kills.
Season 3 of Westworld was a couple years ago, so you don't have to say spoilers.
Well, I know, but
also,
just in case.
The friend Jesse, Aaron Paul.
Yeah. Aaron Paul
kills him. Oh, because they both have like PTSD from soldiery stuff, right? Except it turned out to all be.
Yeah.
Did that season make sense to you?
It wasn't great. It was a mixed bag, but it wasn't. It was confusing if you haven't watched the show, but overall, I got the general understanding of what was going on.
Yeah, I think it was also a shorter season. That only had like 8 episodes, and the regular seasons had 10, I think. Which
that season wasn't like the other 2 seasons, and I think they're trying to do it like I think it's True Detective, where it's like completely different stories but same universe.
Well, I mean, they're not completely different stories. All 3 of those seasons were linear and connected.
They do, but they're following a completely different character now.
Well,
and yeah, kind of
right. But also, they tried to do too much. They had 10 episodes a season to like have this kind of self-contained story inside the park.
Yeah.
Of a guy like discovering the park, and then of course they had the other storyline of one of the robots finding its awakening.
Yeah.
Then season 2, it was all about the robot revolt.
Yeah.
After that first robot found its awakening, it was able to do other stuff, and they just split that up into like 2 timelines to confuse people.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a self-contained story about like what's going on inside the park at the moment we're seeing.
Yeah.
The third season had less episodes, yet they tried to do so much more. They introduced us to the real world, which is way bigger than an amusement park. And then they had all these different elements that they tried to like inform us about. Like, here's what the military's doing. Here's what this big corporation's doing. Here's what these scientists are doing. Here's what the robots on Escape are all trying to do. So we had like less episodes, 40 different locations.
Different stories everywhere.
Different stories, different like motivations and everything. It was just so much, and they didn't do it well. And I legitimately don't remember like who was doing what, who survived, what was the point of any of this.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. Are they making more?
They are making a 4th season, I guess. Don't know how that's gonna go because I think a lot of people just dropped off on the season because it was just so much shit going on.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's another Jeffrey Wright thing. We've watched a lot of Jeffrey Wright things.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit.
He is in a lot of stuff. And again, as we've said before, he's a guy that is the same in everything.
Yeah. And in The French Dispatch.
Yeah, he's the exact same.
Same.
Yeah, in today's film, The French Dispatch by Wes Anderson, Jeffrey Wright is the same as he always is, which is not bad.
Not bad, yeah.
I actually like that. You know, I mean, guys that can do that they're consistent. I mean, that's the whole point. Yeah, they're the same. They can't do it.
Yeah, they can do that one thing really well.
Exactly.
It's like a savant.
Is that what a savant is?
I don't know. So I thought that's what it was. Like really good at one thing.
Oh, I don't think that's what it was, but whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, yeah, Jeffrey Wright's great. I've compared him to like Mark Wahlberg and Morgan Freeman and a number of other actors who are the same in everything. Although he's less charismatic than both of those guys, but that makes him feel more things. He's I don't know. You wouldn't call him a character actor because he's not playing characters.
Yeah, he's not.
Right.
He's playing the same guy.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Out of I believe there's 5 stories in this movie.
Okay, yeah. The French Dispatch is set up very uniquely. It's written so well. It's such a great movie. I mean, it's awesome. 5 stories. I thought it was 3.
Oh.
Plus a couple other little things.
I think they all coincide.
Well, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
together. It's presented, these 4 or 5 different narratives are all presented as different features in a magazine. There's the art column, and here's what's in the art column for this edition of the magazine issue. Yeah. It's the city, like, man about town. Here's what's in today's column, and it's what was the other one?
What's the other ones?
Oh, the profile of the food column.
Yeah.
The profile of a chef.
Yeah. Oh, who's dealing with shit on his own level?
Right. Well, that was
crazy.
That was the editor. Beautiful. That was the editor-in-chief's complaint, which is like, this is a food column, and you don't mention the food at all. He's like, well, I thought the other stuff that happened was more interesting.
What was your favorite story from this? Which, like, I don't think this is Wes Anderson's best film, but I think there's some really good little moments in these short films. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
mine is gonna be the concrete. That one was really good.
The Benicio del Toro,
the artist.
The artist,
yes.
Yeah, the artist in prison.
Yes,
that was great. I mean, again, it was all great. I love this movie, top to bottom. It was, I think it was great. I would have to say, my favorite one, just because it was the funniest one, was at the very beginning. Was Owen Wilson as the, doing a profile of the city. Ennui sur Blasé, which is a funny French name for a town, for a fictional town, and he did this thing, and he's on the bike, and it's just like that's the only time that it was like really, the sillier, like, laugh out loud stuff.
Yeah.
He accidentally rides the bike down the stairs.
Yeah.
Or he gets knocked off the bike, and it keeps going in such a beautiful. Shot of, like, practical effects. I don't know. It was awesome. It's so good. But that was really short. That was only a couple minutes.
Yeah, that was like 7, 8.
Maybe less.
It didn't feel that long.
Yeah, the bulk of the movie is the other 2 storylines, which is Tilda Swinton, who's giving a lecture talking about the article she wrote of Benicio del Toro in prison. Yeah. This brilliant artist who's incarcerated, and he's discovered by Adrian Brody, who does a killer job in this movie. Every actor is great in this movie.
Huh.
No, I'm forgetting. So there's that. I forgot my other favorite one after the short Owen Wilson one. There's that. There's the Youth Rebellion.
Yes.
That was of the longer ones, because the Owen Wilson one felt like just like a short. Of the
Manifesto.
Ones, yeah, the Youth Rebellion one was my favorite one. But of course, that had your boy Timothy in it.
Tim Chalet.
Yeah. That had Timo.
Timo.
This kid, again, I have it in my notes. Quote, I wrote this down. Quote, another banger for Timothy. perfect, hilarious, awful mustache. He has the worst mustache in this movie, but it's perfect. I mean, it looks like yours. I mean, that's how bad it is.
That's cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. God damn.
No,
I like that one.
His is wispier than yours. Because he's like playing a
teen.
Yeah, he's playing a teen that's like barely can grow facial hair. Frances McDormand is great in that.
She is.
That was a good one. And then the last one was Jeffrey Wright doing the profile of the police chef.
Police chef, yeah.
Which was good and fascinating. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was really well executed. Yeah, this film, again, I don't think it's his best, but it was good. I think I think this was shot during COVID, so I think that's another issue on its own. It seemed like it because it was like the story. I get it's in a newspaper or I guess the Dispatch, and this is the information you're getting. But like the way it came out was too separate and a little jarring with each story. But I get it because that's kind of how newspaper goes.
Right. That's what's so ingenious about it. That's what's so inventive is that it's several different narratives. It's not one long film. It's not even a sitcom with a plot and a B plot. It's not Seinfeld where all four characters combine at the end in some crazy mismatch. It's just separate things. The only thing that connects them is Angelica Houston's narration in between those segments as she goes back to the editor-in-chief, which is Bill Murray.
Yeah. Who, I don't know, spoiler, passes away. And
they don't know about spoilers.
Yeah.
This is a Wes Anderson movie from a year ago. It's fine.
But it's good because it shows like the development of all these people and what they're doing for this paper and how they treat the news.
Yeah.
It's like a whole level of like authenticity that I feel is really cool in this specific film.
I wouldn't call it news, but you're right. It is. It's this lifestyle magazine that he created. But yeah, it shows everybody's like role within the thing, within the paper, within the magazine.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. It might be. I'm not going to say it's his best either, but it might be top 3. I mean, it's up there for me. I don't think anything can beat Tenenbaums. I think Royal Tenenbaums is his best. I think. I mean, this might be number 2 for me.
Number 2, goddamn.
Because I think I like it better than Life Aquatic.
Okay.
I like it better than Rushmore, which I love.
Yeah, I love Rushmore.
And then I still haven't seen Darjeeling.
Oh, dude.
Yet.
That's probably my favorite.
That's your favorite. Okay.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
I didn't see the one. What was the one with the? Did he do one with the animals? He did one that was like puppets.
Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That was him.
That's good.
See,
so good.
I didn't see that one. I'm sure I'll like it because he's a great writer and a great filmmaker. I just don't. I tend to shy away from animation stuff or whatever that is, so I haven't seen it yet, but I will. I'll definitely watch it because I think
he's
on my list of directors that I'm going to watch everything. Like, I'm rewatching. So he has
the whole category. Isle of Dogs. Yeah, Isle of Dogs 2.
George Clooney's a dog, but that's another animation one that I skipped.
Yeah, that one, not his best, but it was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great. I just haven't seen it. I know
Moonrise Kingdom.
Damn, I haven't
that
seen
one. I love that one.
I'm missing out because I do love Wes Anderson, but I love Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic, Rushmore, and then now this I super duper love. So I think this might be 2 for me. But who knows? Okay. Maybe I'll change my opinion after I watch the more the animated stuff that I skipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I love about Wes Anderson is that he does the same thing every time. He does. As far as what may be a criticism of an actor, I think is a huge boon or a compliment to a director, because guys like Wes Anderson and Quentin Tarantino, I think, are the 2 most stylized directors.
Michael Bay.
No,
Hey, no, you
That- you know
can't
what?
get mad.
that's a good point.
It's
But
it
so
is exactly the same.
he's yeah. So Michael Bay's bad.
No, he is, but
So
his
that's-
consistency.
Yeah, you're right.
Fucking top
he
notch.
also does the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
With with Tarantino, you know you're going to get like pop culture references, you're going to get violence, you're going to get music, contemporary music used in really interesting, like memorable ways.
Yeah.
You're going to get dialogue that's written like very. He's going to get super interesting dialogue,
Real quick.
quick. Yeah, you're going to get these themes of crime and contemporary society and stuff like that, and then you're going to get these incredible shots of from slow-mo stuff to dancing. But you're going to get the same thing. But that's why he's one of the best, is because he has his style.
Yeah.
He doesn't deviate it, doesn't try to do anything else, and everything he puts out is an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Same thing, Wes Anderson. Cinematically,
Dude,
you're getting the
amazing.
same thing every day.
It's so good.
But it's all so great.
Dude.
Sticking to his guns and doing his thing, framing everything right in the middle,
Middle center.
centered on everything.
Beautiful.
That first scene of the what was it? The cocktail delivery guy, the waiter.
Oh yeah,
walking up the stairs, using that
solid.
Yeah, and what you're going to get from Wes Anderson that I love is long, beautifully choreographed shots.
Yeah.
It's like watching a play. Watching Wes
Dude,
Anderson.
it's Rushmore. The play in Rushmore feels like everything
Yeah.
he's made. It's so good. Those shots of just tracking. I think you sent me that article.
I sent you that Vulture article about
that shit.
that long dolly shot.
That was so good, man. And
Yeah.
just like, if you watch the Darjeeling, it's the same feel, and like, same thing with Moonrise Kingdom. Not Moonrise Kingdom. Ah, fuck. What's it called? It's the one where the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh,
Hotel, yeah.
in Budapest, yeah.
That one is a really good film too, but it has the same kind of feel as the French Dispatch.
Yeah, they all do. I mean, Tenenbaums is the same way. They all, again, that's what he does. Is he centers shots. He has, again, beautiful. This choreography in this film is incredible.
It is.
When they're going back to when they're at the beginning of the Benicio del Toro vignette, where they're talking about his first artwork that came out, and they have this scene where the Adrian Brody, the art dealer who purchases it, is showing it off in 3 or 4 different places.
Yeah.
3 or 4 different galleries, and in real life they're all set up next to each other, and they're full of actors that are all posed in relief, like a terrarium. They're all just posed there, or what do you call that? What do you call a
Still life, I guess.
yeah?
Well, not really.
Oh no, it's like a terrarium. So where you what do you call it? Where you build something inside a. It doesn't have actual animals and stuff in it. It's
Like a shadow box.
yeah, it's all kind of shadow boxy thing. It has all these characters,
Vignettes.
and it's got 3 of them set up around each other, and then the camera's in the middle.
Yeah.
So they're all living this life. They're all doing this performance, and then the camera just quickly pans from one to the other, and it's all done live. There's no cuts. There's no anything. It's just like this picture here. This picture's surrounded by French people. This picture's in New York, surrounded by fancy New Yorkers. Here's the picture in Kansas, surrounded by Kansas people.
Yeah.
And it just and it has those 3 groups of people all acting and being around it, and it's one of the most incredible shots in this film that is chock full of just beautiful imagery.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Yeah,
I think my favorite scene that was like all tracking was the hostage situation. Yeah, hostage situation when they're going through the crack house, I guess, and they're showing everyone and what they're doing, and like when I think the chef sends in the meal,
yeah,
and everyone's eating it, and the kid's the only one that's like, nah, I'm good, but like
well,
that whole shot.
We don't see the kid refuse the meal.
Oh, we don't.
We know that he does. We know that he chooses not to later on, but we don't like see that happen.
Yeah, but that whole scene of everyone kind of just eating and having a good time, good.
Yeah, well, going through to the reveal of where they are keeping the kid in this kidnapping scene from the Jeffrey Wright vignette. It's an open set, so we're seeing like the side of a house with one wall missing. Like again, like you would have a drawing in Highlights magazine of, so and so's in the kitchen, Dad's upstairs in the study, so and so's in the whatever room, and you can just like
Pinpoint it. Yeah.
This is that film version of it, and it's just panning across from room to room, and we see everybody's activities as it just goes across. It's incredible. It is, man. It's so well done. He does so much of that. And what's great, among the many things, that's like just how inventive and how much care he puts into this kind of stuff, and how like intentional everything is. Ordinarily, if cinematography that like can sometimes take you out of a movie.
Yeah.
If they do something like the extra long shot, the super long shot that a lot of filmmakers try to include, a lot of them try to include it because they just think it's a cool thing that they have to do.
Yeah.
If you notice the cameraman at all in most movies, it takes you out of it. It's actually a bad thing. You stop being immersed in the story, and you start thinking about the technical aspects of how did they do this.
Yeah.
So generally it's a detriment, but Wes Anderson leans into it so hard.
Yeah.
It's almost like an extra character.
Dude,
it's an extra thing it's an extra, characteristic to think about the movie. I'm thinking about the technical aspects of it the entire time I'm watching his films, but it's the rare occasion where that doesn't take away.
Yeah.
Right?
I get you. Because I'm thinking of 1917. I think it's 1917. The whole movie that's supposed to be like one.
Yeah, that was Nolan, right? No, he did Dunkirk. What was 1917 was somebody else.
Let me see if it's 1917.
Yeah. While you look that up, it's
Sam Mendes.
Okay.
But yeah, that movie was good. I didn't mind it.
Right.
But that was a lot. It felt intense because of that.
Yeah. But that's the thing of like, you're watching it and you can see the filmmaker and what he's overtly trying to do, and it's like, okay, you're just doing this as like a ego boost to yourself. It doesn't really serve the story or whatever. But because Wes Anderson is so stylized and he's so like, he's not presenting real life.
Yeah.
He's definitely presenting these weird little stories, and he's framing it in a particular way. He has a very clear aesthetic. Because of that, whenever you notice like that Jeffrey Wright 9-minute shot that goes through all those different rooms, and there's so many actors, and it's so well choreographed, you're watching it going like, oh, when's there going to be a cut? When's there going to be a cut? You love every second of it. I love every second.
It's a little ride. It's a little ride through an amusement park.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Amusement park is usually a criticism for films that come out.
No, because it feels like nostalgia. Like, for me at least.
Yeah.
Like, seeing all those films, you're like, where is it going to happen? And is it going to happen? Because, like, does it make sense?
Is it going to happen? What was that?
Sorry.
You didn't finish the word happen. You just trailed off.
Sorry.
I wasn't interrupting you. Is it going to happen?
I'm getting used to the in-ear audio, and it's freaking me out. I'm like, what am I saying?
Sorry. You sound good, and it's gonna be we're gonna fix it in post. But no, it's so funny. Yeah, it's such a. Anyway, this is great. The side by side, Owen Wilson's bicycle shots.
Yeah.
It's got him filming from the front. So they have the camera like mounted to the front of the bike, and then it cuts to somebody wearing like a chest operated camera and pedaling the bike and just seeing. I mean, I could talk about the shots in this movie, this entire ep. I mean, I could talk about it all day. It was so. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's so good. This, they do a lot of side by side stuff in Wes Anderson movies. Awesome.
The colors, man. The color choices for like every shot scene, all thought out, man. So careful, like everything about. I just like it so much. Like his color coordination, color theory that's in this, it's like solid.
Yeah, and you're a color guy. I mean, you're an artist. You're a visual artist. So
I like color. I don't use color in my art, but I appreciate it somewhat.
That's right. Most of your stuff is what? Mostly black and white.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not a color, but I just heard the phrase color theory for the first time like less than a year ago.
Oh fuck, man.
But I don't. So I'm not a visual art guy, but I do see like how they compare and they find like this color is the inverse of you know, this is
color wheel.
Yeah, well,
crossing them.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Like we have Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. We just have our four.
Yeah.
How they relate to each other.
But yeah, I think the color used in this, the practical effect.
These special effects, or not special effects, practical effects are better. I guess they are special effects. They're better than anything. Again, in the behind the scenes, which you can see on HBO Max, go watch this movie, and then go watch the behind the scenes on HBO Max. That's like 12 minutes. They show how that scene of Owen Wilson's riding his bike around, and some kids like hit him and knock him off the bike, and then the bike keeps going perfectly.
Yeah.
And you can see, and it happens all behind a tree. So like he's getting knocked off as the tree's passing in front, and then the bike just keeps going.
Yeah, it goes off.
Yeah, and you can see they did it practical. They had two bikes when it was a dolly shot, a continuous shot. Owen Wilson gets attacked. Behind the tree, you assume he's falling off. You see the bike. You see bike number 2 continue because they're pulling it on a string with nobody riding it. Yeah, they're just pulling it on a string with nobody riding it, keeping it upright. It's incredible.
That's really cool.
The backgrounds,
dude. The backgrounds.
The backgrounds that move back and forth as they're like old timey plays and stuff like that.
Dude, yeah, man.
Like. I'm walking, but it's really just a continuous thing.
A reel?
Yeah, it's just a reel going by you. That, to me, even though it's very clear that it's a background and it looks old-timey and everything, that looks better than the most expensive CGI to me.
I agree.
I mean, they should just do that in superhero movies. Like, just do that. It looks so much better than anything a computer can do.
I understand that. I get you. But this works in this film because of what we've expected. Like,
expectations have nothing to do with it.
I think they do. We just don't realize it.
I realize it. I
think
I didn't. Again, the fact that it looks real. But worse, looks better than computerized and perfect.
I get that, but Wes Anderson has that style. Sorry. Fuck, man. That's going to fuck me up a lot.
Is it that?
But I think he has that style that just works with it. It just is perfect for what he makes. It's like Tarantino couldn't do that. I mean, he has, but it's in his own style. And I don't think Marvel could do that. They don't have the budget, to make it right.
Yeah, well, sorry, something just popped up on my computer. It's weird. Marvel uses these big studios use computer animated stuff because computer graphic, people that work on the computers, they're cheaper, they're not union. So they're not union. They can film they film as much as they can in front of a green screen. So they don't have to pay set design. They don't have to pay. Costume. Yeah, they don't have to pay costume artists. And then they throw everything in front of some computer guy who works for contract. Who works for contract probably. So they don't have to pay him benefits. Yeah. They farm it out to these farms, and they just make this nonsense. that's like, and that's why they just are churning out. Okay, this turns out into okay. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but they're just churning out this bad stuff that all looks terrible because it's the cheapest way they can do it, and they don't care about how it looks, and they don't want.
Well, do.
They don't want to pay anybody like, artist wages that they deserve. So let's just all send it to a send it to computer people.
That's fair.
Which I think is bad for the industry. I think it's bad for films. I think it creates bad films.
I think,
and then also
people will just deal with it. There's going to be people that are like, I go to the movies for this. People that watch Marvel movies aren't watching a Wes Anderson film.
That's not
the
true.
majority.
But that's not true. I mean, millions and millions of people watch, Marvel movies.
Yeah, but the point is, like,
there's
the thought and care that's put into Wes Anderson films, it's just different. And people that appreciate it are going to watch it no matter what. Does that make sense? Like, Marvel movies are a dime a dozen. A Wes Anderson film coming out is like a Tarantino film.
I think
you're going to be excited about it.
I think I'm going to be excited about it, but most people are more excited about this year's Marvel film.
100%. But the thing is,
and the other bad thing that Disney does is with their big properties, Disney, especially the Marvel stuff, they impose those restrictions on theaters. If you want to show our film, it has to occupy 40% of your screens.
Yeah, 40,
50, whatever the percentage is, which means you can't, they won't let you show enough other films. They want to have that monopoly. And of course, Cinemark and AMC, the big chains, they are prepared for that. But for any theater that's owned by human beings and not a corporation, that presents a problem. Now they can't get the biggest movie of the year, the fucking next Spider-Man. They can't get that unless they agree that
the contract
5 of their 8 screens are showing it. Yeah. And they might want to show other stuff too, but now they can't. So they either we got to miss out on all the money by not showing Doctor Strange, or we can't show anything else basically. And that hurts films, that hurts the options that we have to go see stuff. And then when you do go see these fucking Marvel movies, again, 90% of it was made on a dude with a fucking MacBook who wasn't on set. He got sent the Photoshop files of here's what Doctor Strange's costume has to look like. So make sure just make it twist with his body, and we have a fucking movie now. Congratulations, another $1 billion in the bank. The other thing is, people are going to go see these Marvel movies. It's been 12 years or 13 years since.
I'm going to go watch them.
Yeah, you're going to go watch them. Everybody's going to watch them. So why are they still doing these predatory practices on cinemas?
I think
they think they're not going to make $1 billion if they don't force every theater to have 50%. Like you're going to make the money.
No,
you're not.
You are. There's no loss. But it's weird too. I don't know, man. That's a good point. You're making a valid point.
And I mean, one of the things they do it is, one of the reasons why they do it is A, because they're bullies and they can, but B, that makes people that aren't paying attention to, like, again, the film industry and that kind of shit. If you're just a person, you look at it, it's like, oh, there's another superhero movie. Wow, this one's on like 8 screens at my local theater. They got showtimes every 30 minutes. Like, this must be a big deal. Everybody's talking about all the news is talking about how much money it made. Wow, it must be great. I guess I got to go see this. I don't want to not know what this cultural icon is all about.
I don't think people care that much anymore. I think the theaters are dying. How
can you say that? Spider-Man is the top grossing movie of all time.
Oh, okay. Shit. I thought it was the Endgame, but
No, Spider-Man beat it.
Holy shit!
The new Spider-Man.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it like beat it. It got to the top.
I saw it twice.
I'll put a graphic up on the screen right now.
That's fair.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're probably right.
We'll
I
find out
agree
right
with you.
now when I put the graphic up. But that's
Wrong.
yeah, maybe it's likely I'm wrong. But my principles are
Still high.
principles are unimpeachable. Is that again? You're gonna make the money. Most of the country wants to see you. You could abandon these bully tactics, and if you're Disney, you can abandon these bully tactics, and you will not lose money. There's plenty of corporate cinemas that want to show your films, that want to do that anyways.
Yeah.
You know, again, they could do it, but they just don't want to because
Well, the thing is,
they're
like,
evil.
dude, I went to Cinemark, and the artist in film was Batman, the Batman. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, that's the film that they're showing as the indie film. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? Isn't that a little...
What was in the theater that wasn't the artist in film? Cinemark has like one screen dedicated to art films.
I guess. Let me see. Let me verify.
Either way, I can go off on this forever. At least until it changes. But anyway, Disney's evil. Kathleen Kennedy's evil. All this kind of stuff.
Sorry, looking this up real quick.
While you're looking that up,
Go for it.
there was a little bit of CGI, so there was a little bit of computer editing in this film that I found out about from that the 12-minute behind the scenes, which was on that incredible 9-minute tracking shot of Jeffrey Wright in the police station as he's looking for the police chief, and he's walking through all these scenes and all these actors that you know, whatever. There's and the camera's on a dolly, and it's going forward and backwards and turning, and it's just going everywhere, and it's awesome. I noticed one scene. He walks towards the camera, and then like the dolly backs up as he tries to turn one direction, and then he changes his mind, and the camera and him go back forward, and then they go left. In real life, when the camera backed up that much, it would have seen the dolly. It would have seen the dolly tracks on the floor in front of him, because he walks up right up to where the dolly tracks end. In the final cut, you just see the beautiful tile floor. In the behind the scenes, you see that he's standing right. So they digitally. That's the way to use digital editing.
Yeah.
Is little stuff like that. Just cut out the bones. Cut out the.
Yeah.
You know, cut out the
shit that
technical
will
stuff.
take you out of it.
Yeah, cut out the dolly thing on the floor if you can't frame it in a way where we don't see the floor.
Yeah. Can't fit it in.
But other than that, little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that nobody would ever notice. That's the way to use CGI in movies, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought that was great.
I agree.
Let's talk about so the Moses Rosenthal scene, which was Benicio del Toro's character.
Yeah.
There's one question I have on it that
Go for
maybe
it.
they never addressed, so I'm not even sure what's going on. But there was two characters. There was two actors that were Moses Rosenthal. Benicio del Toro's not the real Moses Rosenthal, right?
I don't know, man.
That's the one thing that confused me, and I like that they didn't explain it unless
They kind of did.
well unless I'm
Missing something?
missing some interpretation. But the idea is Benicio del Toro plays Moses Rosenthal. Moses isn't Moses Rosenthaler. Moises. Moses is in prison for killing two people in a bar fight.
Yeah.
It flashes back to the bar fight, and it's a different guy. It's not Benicio del Toro. It's not young Benicio del Toro. It's a completely different guy. And they even show them trading seats in the prison. So either Benicio del Toro's character is willingly taking the place of the actual murder, Moses Rosenthaler, and then he becomes a famous artist afterwards using the assumed name of somebody else that was in, Or was that swapping of the seats, was that to like imply his going from youth to old age? I didn't get what they were trying to tell me.
I think it might have been youth. Yeah, that's actually, I didn't think of it that way.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was that made sense, but I was also a little confused
Yeah.
because it was like so quick. I was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" But it was like it still carried on the film pretty well.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I guess it could be an age thing, just him growing up.
It wasn't a big deal. I just wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't made clear to us, the viewer.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let's talk about.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it more recently than you did.
No, I watched it this past. Was it Friday?
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah, I watched it Monday. I don't remember when I watched it, but pretty recently. Whenever I was texting you about it.
Okay, that's fair.
I love the. I mean, real quick, the aspect ratio. I love how he messes with. I mean, I love how it's 4:3 for most of the film. Like it's letterbox on the sides. You know, the black bars on the side. He just doesn't care about what you would think a filmmaker needs to care about, and it makes it great.
Yeah, he switches it up a bit.
Yeah, Trevor Wright's great. Let's talk about my boy, Timothy Chalamet. Well, again, I have not seen a bad Timothy Chalamet film.
You will.
All right, I maybe. Everybody has a bad one, but Timothy Chalamet has the potential to be a Leo DiCaprio, where like this dude makes only good movies.
I don't know, man. He's gonna be like the new Willy Wonka. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm cutting this part out. I'm cutting this part out. I'm not gonna be that wrong. I'm cutting this whole thing out. I never said that.
I'm not gonna
Timothy
be
Chalamet
this
is
raw.
mortal like the rest of us, and he makes mistakes all the time. Damn it!
He's a kid.
I forgot about what's it called? It's called.
I think it's like Wonka. Yeah,
We have to see young
Willy Wonka.
We have to see Willy Wonka as like a teenager. God damn it!
Well, I think he's like 20s. I think he has the factory. I think he's working hard. He's got the Oompa Loompas going full.
That makes me so fucking angry. This sucks.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad. I can't wait to see it. Well, who knows? It could be like a Tim Burton. You know, it could.
That's bad.
Actually, yeah, that was bad.
That's what
Fuck.
we mean when we say bad.
But Tim Burton used to be good. Like Edward Scissorhands. Fucking amazing. Practical effects done right.
I'm not gonna say amazing, but it is good. I don't like how Tim Burton's okay. The first Batman was great.
Yeah.
Some Tim Burton stuff is okay. I don't like most Tim Burton stuff.
Oh, that's fine.
And most Johnny Depp stuff, which those two guys do everything
They're best
together.
friends.
So
Yeah.
I don't care for. I don't like his aesthetic of everything has to be weird. He's another stylistic guy where everything's kind of the same. I get that people like it. He's not Michael Bay as far as being bad. Michael Bay's bad. Tim Burton I don't like, but that's two different things.
Okay,
I think I can say Tim Burton's probably good, but I don't like it or anything he does.
Okay.
I hate what's the animation one? Halloween. Hate Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Halloween? The one with Mike?
No,
is it Mike Myers?
I knew it wasn't that. I was just trying to think the guy with the
I got you.
skeleton face. And then what's the other one? Corpse Bride. Terrible.
Loved Course Ride.
It's just
So good.
It's just dog shit. It just sucks.
Beautiful. It's one of the
It's not. It's one of the
animated
it's
films.
One of the what?
Stop motion. It's fucking amazing. One of my favorites. Yeah, 100%.
The fucking Adam Scott's stop motion film from Parks and Rec was better.
It wasn't, but it was fun on its own thing.
Celebrity Deathmatch is better stop motion than anything fucking Tim Burton's ever done.
I haven't seen that shit for, oh my god, it's been a while.
I know, they should bring it back.
They should, man. I think they did for a little bit.
The Clay stop motion stuff. Robot Chicken is better stop motion. I mean, yeah, I got a whole list. I'll just keep
I can
going.
go for hours.
Here's what's better than Tim Burton. No, whatever. He's fine. Timothy Chalamet was awesome in this. Frances McDormand, great. Christoph Waltz makes a brief appearance.
Yeah.
Awesome. And he's so small. He just is like a very brief character.
I think almost everyone from his past films have been in this film. I think almost.
Yeah.
I think the only one that wasn't was Edward Norton.
Edward Norton was in it.
Oh, he was? Oh, shit.
Was in this film?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the kidnapper.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
He's the bad
My
guy.
bad.
He's the bad guy from the Jeffrey Wright vignette.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think everyone's been in it then. That's crazy.
This was this was Timothée Chalamet's first.
No, but everyone from his past films.
Oh, you're saying that they didn't miss anybody?
I think so.
No,
man.
Danny Glover wasn't in this one.
Fuck. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, Danny Glover wasn't in this film. So that's not. It can't be everybody, dude. That's a crazy thing to say.
It was a lot of fucking people.
It's a lot. I mean, that's the thing. He always uses the same people.
That's true.
That's his thing. And what's really cool, they live like all in the same hotel, kind of like a dorm situation. They all eat meals all at the same time. Bill Murray and Timothée Chalamet eat the same meal at the same time. Like it's all part of like they're just all in it together.
Yeah.
And nobody gets to stay like, oh, I don't want to live with the cast while we're filming in France. I'm going to rent a villa for myself and hang out. And I'll have a chauffeur drive me to work. No, you're not. You're staying in the hotel with everybody else. And we're all eating in the big dining room. It's like a family type thing, which is, again, I don't know. I don't know if that's good or it's not inherently good or bad, but it is cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's cool that
it's like Tarantino.
Yeah.
Where he has like everyone wearing shit or having pockets like full of like watches and shit that matter to that character. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I like that.
And again, it lends itself more to like this play atmosphere because these people all exist together in real life. Yeah. There's nobody in the film that's not, there's nobody in the film that they filmed his scenes in LA and then they CGI'd him into fucking whatever, they just, they're all together. It's just real.
Yeah. Wait, what do you rate this?
I mean, I recommend it highly. I'll tell anybody to watch it.
Fair.
This is of all the films we've done, and I don't know what order our episodes are coming out in.
Yeah.
But this is probably the 8th or 9th, maybe 10th we've recorded.
Okay.
And we've only at this point we've only put out 2 episodes of the show.
Yeah.
But of all the 10 episodes we've watched, this is the one I recommend the highest, bar none. Absolutely, go watch this film.
Okay.
What about you? You have your number system.
Yeah. I give this a 6, man.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I give it a 6, man. It's not. I'm rating this.
You gave the Batman a 7.9. Like you were begging yourself to give it an 8. How dare you?
I give this a 6.
Dare you give this a 6?
You should go watch it. I should, but I don't think this is one of his best films, and that's where I'm like,
Is the Batman one of Matt Reeves' best films?
Now, kind of, yeah.
That your number system is completely flawed. This is unacceptable that you would. You're like I can't give it an 8. I mean if I 7.9, it has to be. I know because I just was editing the Batman episode last night. It comes out tomorrow. I was doing all the editing last night and I'm watching it and I was like, I so badly want to give it an 8, but I'm gonna control myself and give it a 7.
Hey man,
here we are. The French Dispatch, this beautiful, well acted, well shot piece of art. You're like, that's a 6, fucking whatever.
I don't say it like that. Asshole. It's not like it's a 6 because I expect more.
What what more is there to do?
Mainly
they had the animation. We got that.
They did.
We got that, and the animation I like, which is the drawn animation. So it wasn't even like that 3D like Shrek, Pixar type of stuff. It was like hand drawn cartoon looking. Obviously they do it on computers, but it looks like hand drawn.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. That was how they did the chase scene and the kidnapping and all that kind of stuff and the shooting and going through the town. They didn't film an actual chase scene. They just did it animated, and it's great.
It works, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's charming. It has this little thing to it.
Because it's 6.
Timothée Chalamet hooks up with an old lady and a girl his age, just back to back. He's crushing it. You know.
I understand. I get why you like it. It just didn't flow as well as I wanted it to. Yeah, wanted it to. Yeah.
400 local French. I don't know the name of the town, Angoulême or whatever. I don't know where it's actually a real little town. They changed the name of it for the film, but it's the actual town. They casted like over 1,000 locals to be extras.
Oh shit!
400 people worked construction on this film.
That's a lot of fucking people.
Building sets, building like the dolly tracks and all this kind of stuff. They employed 400 people plus thousands of extras.
Yeah.
They worked so hard to make this beautiful, and you're giving it a 6. This podcast should be I might put you in timeout. I might have to do a couple solo episodes. I might have to kick you off the show for a few weeks because this is
my returns. Like everyone's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I know. We literally have 20 views on our first episode. Like it's people won't even recognize like why is that
like
guy?
Oh, is it just this guy now?
Yeah, maybe it was always just one guy. I thought there was another guy. Who knows what they're doing? They haven't been doing this long enough to have a rhythm that we're all familiar with.
That's fair. But no, I give it a 6. Yeah. I want to give it more. I do.
So give it more. Nobody's stopping you.
I can't, man.
I'm actively encouraging you to give it more.
That's still up. You should go see it. That's like still a recommendation.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's not a fucking 3 or 4.
Ladies and gentlemen of Let's Get Trashed world. What are we going to call our audience? I
don't know, man.
The trash pile.
Trash cans? I don't know.
The trash pile.
The dumpster fires.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the pile, you're watching Let's Get Trashed. I'm sorry this is the level of film criticism that we're bringing to you. I really thought we would be better than this. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of this ep. Steve rates it a 6. Follow him on Instagram at StepOnHen. You can also follow him on Letterboxd at StepOnHen, or you can follow the show on Instagram and Letterboxd. Letterboxd is a cool app, and I'm going to be updating our show account with all of our ratings and stuff like that. So look at the stars, and then also read the description. The stars are a fraction of what Steve. So when Steve gives something a 6, that's 3 stars. If he gives it a 7, that's 3.5 stars. Simple math. So that's Let's Get Trashed Pod on Instagram. Let's Get Trashed on Letterboxd. You can follow me on Instagram at Nick Tazo Drums. You can follow me on my new Twitter account at Nick Tazo. I might add drums to it later, but for right now, just at Nick Tazo on Twitter. And then, of course, please, for more educated film content, like and subscribe, leave a comment, please. That actually really helps us. Also, we want to read comments. Tell us something.
Yeah, let's see some shit.
Tell us that I'm a bully and that Steve is right.
Yeah,
that's what we want to hear.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah,
that's what we know is right.
Yeah, tell us. Say no, Nick. You should be in timeout for appreciating, physical art done difficultly. Whatever.
We should just do a movie marathon where it's just Marvel and just me.
We're not going to do it. I don't want to do that.
No, you're not there.
You can watch all of those. At some point, we want to do some TikTok stuff. Maybe you can do Marvel TikTok stuff.
No, I'm not doing Marvel TikTok.
That's
already a lane that's like full
do
steam, and I'm not hopping on that.
To do stuff like, here's the stuff Nick won't let me do on the show. I'm talking about the new Pixar movie, or I'm talking about the new superhero thing. Nick won't let me, so I have to do my own show on TikTok.
What if I get more views? People are like, who's this guy? He's doing amazing shit.
1,000% you'll get more views. That's fine. Bring those people, bring your army of Marvel fans to our YouTube channel so they can all hate me.
You're going to get death threats.
Yeah, good. I want to die, and I feed off the negativity, all right? Bring it on.
Oh god damn. Oh man.
All right. That's gonna be a phone call from my mom. Why did you say you wanted to die? All right. Thanks everybody. Let's get trashed. We'll see you at the next one.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment.